Hello, I'm Felice Tocchini, and we're going to do something fairly strange today with sweet potato. Packed full of vitamin C, of course, one of the superfoods. But do you know that we can make a cake? And I mean a cake using sugar. Let me show you. We're going to start with the ingredients. Main one, of course, sweet potato, sugar, self-raising flour, eggs, white chocolate, a little bit of vegetable oil, and of course the queen of spice, vanilla. Smells fantastic. So what we're going to do, first of all, chop the sweet potato up. Mind the fingers, of course. And by raw, they simply go into a food processor. In they disappear. White chocolate, we need to melt a little bit of the white chocolate. So what we're going to do is, we can't directly put the chocolate into a hot pan. So we're going to pour some vegetable oil in the pan. That will warm up the oil, and we're going to add about half of the chocolate into it. The other one we're going to reserve it because we want little chunks when we cook the cake in. So in goes the lid. And put your eggs inside as well. Incredible cake ready to make. You can get the kids to do that. Very simple, just take a few seconds. We're gonna add the sugar. And I know it looks a little bit messy, but it's a cake. Cakes are meant to be messy. Whisk the two together. Chocolate is start to melt in the oil. And again, we haven't lost any of the shyness of it. That can disappear in the cake as well. Then, of course, the vanilla. The best way to get the flavor is to split the vanilla in half. And then just scrape some of the seeds out. If you haven't got any vanilla pods, you can actually use some vanilla essence if you like. Then, once that's all mixed up, what we're going to do, very simple, add the flour. I did say it was simple, didn't I? Whisk it together. And that's almost ready. So no excuse for not baking really nowadays, about 3 minutes. And that's all. Our mix is ready. The only things that we got left to introduce is the pieces of white chocolate. So that disappears as well. Just a quick blend. Of course, make sure that you put the chocolate after you move away from the machine. Otherwise, the only thing you're going to do is chop it up all in little pieces. And instead, you want some to be a little crunchy inside. And then you can be clever and use one of these, or just any pudding mold will actually do. Light a bit of silicone paper, and then just pour the cakes in. I know that my mix, because this one are fairly small, will make about 4. But the recipe are actually on our website. If you go on to lovesweetpotatoes.com, there's an awful lot more interesting recipe there as well. Anything from starter to soups, to something which you wouldn't expect, eating them raw. As I said, they're incredibly fantastic. They're so versatile that you should really play with them. And if you don't like vanilla, you can always add a little bit of ginger in this one. Orange zest. And just think, you send your kids to school with one of your 5 a day in a cake. How wonderful is that, eh? And pour them in. So you need to bake them in a preheated oven, about 180 centigrades. It's going to take about 40 minutes or thereabout. And you will have a fantastic cake. They keep incredibly moist as well. They're really, really fantastic. but don't take my word for it. Bake your own. They're ready, they need to disappear in the oven. So here we go. And here we are, 40 minutes later, we got our cakes. Smell fantastic. We're gonna cut into one just to show you how moist they are. Look at this. Incredibly moist. And, oh, you can smell the sweet potato, the white chocolate through it, the vanilla slowly is coming through it. Can't waste any. Really, the sweet potato keeps it so moist, it's just incredible. And look at that. Little bit of this of the chocolate still melting in there. That will go slightly harder when it cools down. Give a little bit of crunchiness to the cake. And you got to remember that if you give this one to your kids, you give them one of your 5 a day with dessert. Isn't that amazing? And just think all those vitamins that are packed in there as well. And that's it, the cake. And just imagine, it all started with something like this. Okay, it's not the prettiest of vegetable on the earth. It's incredibly tasty, incredibly versatile. See what you can do with all of that. And don't forget those in the amount of vitamin, minerals, and those slow release carbohydrates that keep you full all day, yeah? And there it is really, incredible.